Good Sunday. See if anybody comes today. We've been so long, it feels weird. It's been forever. It has been forever. Having to get a couple things corrected and updated, so it might take us a little longer to move today. To get things right. Ziggy Dragon, good morning. I just made a little paranormal. Good morning. Ma, you can't get up there. I'm waiting for Rook now, because you know that's what we do. Sweet. Well, thanks, paranormal. We get it. If you have to do work, don't get in trouble. But thanks for stopping in. Trying to get ourselves back on track here. Unexplained possibilities. Good morning. You are listening to a mix by Carl Casey. I think I spelled it wrong. It's Carl with a K, Casey with a C. At White Bad Audio.
So weird.
What? What's weird?
The chair.
What is weird about the chair?
I can't remember putting it over there.
I'm not even going to discuss that today because I don't have the energy. And you have a teeter bug that wants you, but I think you should get 2 double blacks first. I made a really good oil this morning. You know, just kind of... Jesus.
I'm not in my right
Jesus.
mind. Not in my right mind.
Never were.
That's the best place to not be.
I'm telling you guys. Never. What was I saying? I don't remember now. Oh, I made this really cool oil this morning. I was trying to get an oil that I can take with me because the current one that I've been using is rose and camphor, which is great, but does get old after a while. And one of the things that's neat about making your own little oils and mixing them together, obviously you can put them on when you're out and doing things like at work. And people are like, oh, that smells nice. But then to me, it's like it's actually a spiritual reminder and connection. So it kind of calms me down and does all that. So, but it's, what did I use? Oh crap, now I'm already forgetting. I used pine, saffron, mugwort, and sage. And it smells really good. And then I put a little bit of I'll show it to you guys, a little bit of, what do you call that stuff? Quartz and lapis lazuli in there because lapis is a really good power stone, especially for traveling. And quartz is an amplifier. So now, since I did my own little meditation and ritual with this particular oil and made that intent and connection in my head with what I want it to do for me, which is to maintain clary sage, right? Maintain clearness and openness and connectedness. I want it to remind me of my ancestors, which is the pine, because my family had a ton of pine trees and we would always burn extra branches each year, and it was that pine smell. So I got that pine in there. Mugwort, just because of its real connection to the other world. And saffron, which is that just that rich sweetness, that kind of elevation. And so now, when I'm at work, I can do my little miniature ritual all by myself. Nobody will even notice, and I'll be out and be able to do things while I'm out in weird places at work. Just one way you can use oils and shit. Thought I'd share. I'll share it again too if anybody else comes in, but is this a whole can each?
Yeah.
I didn't know it'd fit in there. That's cool.
Yeah, it fits.
Bjorn Algis. Hello.
Hey, my petite.
Namaste.
Yeah. Hello.
You know, we really wanted to go out, but I just said, namaste. Namaste. I'm gonna stay here.
I'm gonna stay right here.
Namaste right here.
I think I need to stay put too. I'm a little.
Yeah, I kind of thought I wanted to go out and do something today. I want to go on a motorcycle ride, and I'm planning all these things in my head, and then just out of it, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to sit on the couch and watch TV.
Seems like a good day for TV watching,
Hush, honey. And reading.
and laundry.
So, yeah, and by the way, just a reminder, you should see it on there. I spelled it wrong. It's Carl with a K, Casey with a C. Carl Casey at White Bat Audio is what you're hearing in the background. It is, White Bat's great because it's royalty-free music. A lot of synthwave type stuff, which is pretty cool. But, yeah. Do we want to do our corners?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think we should then.
All right. You ready?
Weirdo.
I know I'm just a little nuts today. I feel kind of out of sorts.
You have to have sorts to be out of them.
Fair. Hear me, friends and ancestors from the East. Hear my voice carried on the air of clarity and truth. Watch over us as we cast our circle of safety and love.
See me, friends and ancestors from the South. See my flame of passion and creation seared into the energy of the universe. Watch over us as we cast our circle of limitless possibility.
Feel me, friends and ancestors from the West. Feel my love, fear, sadness, and joy washed into the waters of the rivers of compassion. Watch over us as we cast our circle of connection and motion.
Reach me, friends and ancestors from the North. Reach my feet and hands, the earth in my toes and work of my fingers. Watch over us as we cast our circle of the earth.
Know me, friends and ancestors from the Ether. Know my intent, know my heart, and know my spirit. Watch over us as we ask you all to join us in perfect love and perfect trust.
Hear, see, feel, reach, and know that the circle is safe, the circle is sacred, and the circle is cast.
Be it so.
So, I think morning Manny, morning Kelvin, yay! Woo-hoo.
Hey.
We got the team back. A lot of pagan circles and groups and people and training and books, and I already said books, and lots of those things often talk about the elements and offer correspondences to the elements, right? And this element is this, and this element is that, and this thing does this, and this thing does that. But we wanted to have a little bit of a deeper conversation on that today, because one of the things that has always stuck out for me is elements, and they're very important to me. But I don't know that when everybody talks about them that we're all thinking maybe and or seeing something of the same thing, and that's okay. But wanted to kind of share what our thoughts, or at least what my thoughts were on it, and how I perceive elements and work with elements, and what the point is. Like, when we talk about fire, for example, everybody visualizes fire, but there's more to it than that, right? And it's kind of built into our circle cast, and we can talk about that too as part of it. But that was one of our big topics for today. We wanted to talk. It's a common conversation. Not everybody uses elements, or people don't always use the same elements. I know in some satanic circles they use sulfur, fire, and brimstone. Some druid is sea, sky. What is it? Sea, land, and sky. And then fire is the creative piece of it. It's not really an element. It's different. And then, a lot of pagans are air, fire, water, earth. Some people do them in different directions. But there's all these correspondences that everybody always talks about. And I wanted to kind of mention that a little bit and go into a little more detail. But first, I guess we should turn on the video, huh? Before I forget. But first, not today, Jesus.
And I'm wearing my tattoo artist shirt because I'm in the mood for more ink.
Me too. Oh, me too. If you're ever in Naples, Florida, you should stop at Webworks and see Choochie Bear,
Choochie Bear.
or as his friends call him, Kristen Pug. They like to make fun of him because he's the nice one in the building.
Yeah, he's the only nice.
The only nice one in the building. Thanks, Unexplained.
Get all the ink.
All the
Hey, good morning, Unexplained.
Cheerios.
Yeah.
So we start off like we normally do. It's been a while. It feels like I'm out of practice. I have not been. I'm still not back to 100%, but it's been pretty rough the last, I would say, 5 weeks.
Yeah, you've been through it. Health-wise.
Just a lot of things converged at one point. And what's really funny about it, I know we talked about it a little bit 2 or 3 weeks ago. A lot of it was because I'm trying to be healthier. I got sick because I'm trying to be healthier. And made too many changes all at once and paid for it. For example, we are both 100% alcohol free now for a good month or more.
Yeah, probably a couple months.
I'm caffeine free for 3 weeks.
I can't do that one yet.
I don't smoke or vape anymore at all. That's gone. We reduced the amount of meat and carbs that we take in and really upped our vegetables and stuff. So a lot of changes that are great, but do not do them all at one time. It's not good. And at the same time, I also ended up on new medicine for diabetes because I'm diabetic, and freaking antibiotic that just wiped me out. And then all that stuff at the same time happened, and kaboom. Thankfully, Dragon and some other individuals have sent me some pretty strong love and support and some Reiki in there, and it was... I do absolutely believe in that and believe that it made a big difference. I started feeling better. Granted, I had some waves there, but definitely better than where we were. So, yeah, I think alcohol-wise, we have so much wine and mead. I think I'm going to keep making it and sharing it with people. And I might even still drink small amounts, like maybe a paper cup or a half a glass here and there once in a while. But there's just zero. We didn't even choose to not drink. It
wasn't even on purpose.
Just stopped because I'm tired of it and old.
Yeah,
it's getting older. It's old.
I was never a big drinker, but I used to enjoy like a glass of wine, and got to where even a glass just made me feel so like with a headache and foggy, and it was like,
what's the point?
Like a few months ago, I think we really cut down, and then I can't even tell when the last. Oh, when did we go eat with Sally? That was the last time I drank.
What'd you have?
It was some kind of lemon drop thing.
Oh,
at the Mexican
because I had
place.
the pineapple drink, but it wasn't alcohol. It was alcohol free. And we
no,
went...
not that one. The one before, the Mexican place. I didn't drink that day. 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
But anyway.
Whatevs. But yeah, not that there's anything wrong with drinking. I think drinking is perfectly fine. It just, I was a very heavy drinker. I say everybody, but probably 80% of my mom's side of the family is heavy drinkers and alcoholics. My dad was also an alcoholic. I think on my mom's side of the family, I've had 3 uncles with throat cancer, esophageal cancer, all from drinking. I know one's passed and one is stage 4 metastatic. So, stuff's not good for you in large quantities, but I'm not a do a little person. I'm a go big or go home. So, yeah, I saw that. It's really neat when you brew your own. It's almost like I don't know. It's different. I really like it. Like brewing, honestly, bringing the elements into, especially mead brewing or just basic stuff with what you can find is really cool. And you can, you blend all your elements into that too, in that intent, and it's really nice. I enjoy it a lot. So, all right, books. I'm still reading the same book.
I don't even know what I'm reading. Haven't. Reading a whole bunch of books. One about the Korean cult.
Yeah.
I really just honestly haven't read. I've been intending to read, and specifically going to places with the intent to read, and just haven't. So what are you reading? The Dolores Cannon book?
Okay.
Oh, really? Again?
Sorry, the
Sorry.
police have been visiting our neighborhood a lot lately, and they just parked in front of our window. So they might be coming. Hopefully, they're not coming here
Oh, God.
to ask us. They've come a couple times to ask for a video and stuff. Anyway, yes, Dolores Cannon. I'm reading still. I have made some progress in that. It's basically her transcripts and thoughts about past life regression and using hypnosis, regressive hypnosis, to document UFO abduction cases of individuals. It's very neat. It's called Dolores Cannon, The Custodians.
Your drug running business.
Oh, yeah, unexplained.
They're going to cite us for making mead
Yeah.
without a permit,
Oh, yeah.
which we haven't done in a while. But
Oh, they can't cite you for making it. They can only cite you for trying to sell it.
Oh,
We can give it
selling
away
it.
and do it. You just can't sell it. Legally, you can't sell it. We
So
never
we
wanted
get
to
to-
sell it anyway. We just wanted to have something that we made and that took time and energy and that we put in and, you know, kind of came out. So that's pretty cool.
Ooh, a new book on chaos magic. Should be neat. Cool.
All right, Paranormal, no worries. We know you're working. Thank you. What book, Unexplained? I have a couple on chaos magic that I want to read, but they've been kind of sitting. You know, we'll cycle in and read like 5 books in a month, and then no books for a month, and then 5 books, and no, you know, so.
Then 5 at once and never finish one. Well, that's me.
Yeah.
I'll start at 3 or 4 at once and never finish any of them.
I'll finish mine.
I'm real bad about that.
I think I have 3 books on chaos
Rage.
magic that I really want to kind of read into.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh, somebody get beat up.
Well, now there's a fire truck.
I'm the neighbor. Don't worry. I gotta look down. Look out.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. Our neighbor's out in the street. So.
That would be interesting. I don't know next to nothing about it, but I would love to hear about it and learn the chaos magic.
Yeah, there's very cool unexplained. You know what? I don't want to. Do you think you're going to do a review on it? I have that. I've actually read it, and I had to read it again because I don't understand it very well. Because it's the one that everybody wants to. Yeah, chaos, right? Because everybody wants that's like a big one. That's one that people say, "Hey, start with this," and I just need to go back to it.
Ooh, yeah.
Very cool. I will look for that. Yeah, I've read it, and it's been a while, and I just I don't know. I've got a couple of others too that seem really good that were recommended from a couple of Chaos Magician YouTubers, and then one Twitch streamer that is really, really into Chaos Magic is pretty cool. So yeah. I would love if anybody knows a bit about it to kind of have that conversation too. You're more than welcome. We can set up a time and have somebody on, or even do a separate video. But I just don't understand it very well. I'd love to know more about it. So anybody wants to do that, it'd be great. So yeah, that could be a topic. We'll have to do a little research.
We'd have to have somebody on that knows about it.
Yeah, and we'll have to do a little research. I wanted to go back up real quick because I know Bjorn had written something, but I wasn't 100% sure on it. So, the more he studies Jesus and Abraham and their tribes and ancestors dating back to ancient India and other historical etymological areas of Asia and the Middle East. So, what about it? I know you say you find it interesting, but what is maybe a couple of things that you're finding interesting about that? Because the closest I've got, I have read the Bible when I was younger. I don't understand it. Now there's an ambulance. They have a full response there.
Full entourage of emergency responders.
Yeah, we'll probably get a text in a little bit. Sorry about the mess, guys. There's something about this house next to us.
No matter who lives there,
They've all been nice to
they've
us.
all been nice, but
but-
they have
God,
they have
just problems.
things going on. Sorry.
Always something.
Well, that smells nice. I smell patchouli. And what else?
There's no patchouli in there.
Really?
Nope.
But does it not smell like patchouli? To me, it does.
I mean, I can see that, but that's not where I'm headed. That's not what I did. But yeah, Bjorn, it's above my head because I am not a super scholar in that stuff, and I know you are, but would love to know more about what that interest is, what you're finding interesting, if there's anything that can even be melted down enough for us to understand.
Time to move.
Time to move. Yep. Our house is zen. Like, our energy here is calm. It's always calm. It's very zen. Even, man, I went out and last year and was burning stuff in the backyard and just was like, something happened for a minute. I literally just went kind of weird. I don't know where you were. I think you were working a MOD day.
Oh, what were you doing? Burning what?
I was burning a lot of the palm fronds and things in the backyard and in the little dome thing, the little chimenea. And I turned the music on and I put it on 30s and 40s music. And I literally felt like I was my grandmother in the yard.
Oh, that's cool.
It was very, very cool. But I like stuff like that. That's fun. Maybe that's something we can do. Play some old music and kind of just reminisce about what our grandparents would have been listening to.
Oh, that would be nice.
It's neat. You can and get pictures out and stuff. But
that would be cool. I love pictures. That brings back a neat kind of magic.
Yeah.
When it brings back a memory.
Yeah.
Memories.
I feel the same way, paranormal and dragon. And one of the problems about it is, again, read it, but I don't understand a lot of it. I think I got some feel for it, but I also bought a book that is supposedly... Yeah, it's still hot. You want some more mix?
Like something
we need to make some more mixes. We haven't done one in a while. But, I forgot what I was saying.
Listen to about the Bible, or were you talking about music?
So I have one of these like the Bible's explained kind of books with each page is a chapter, or each 5 pages is a chapter, whatever, and it's neat, but I don't know how much I trust it to have any accuracy. So can't even really do that, and I'm not going to church, so.
Ooh, drumming. That makes me miss the drum circle.
That of all things I miss. I would go back to that if they did it again.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to go to the Fort Myers drum circle and just say screw it.
We could.
Yeah. Yeah, drumming is super special. But I don't know how we got on that topic, but
because I don't know, you brought up that you were at the back burning stuff and listening to music.
Good enough though. Doesn't matter.
I don't know, but it needed to come up.
For
whatever reason.
I love drumming. We have a bunch of drums here. The only thing that sucks is in Florida, outdoor drum circles, humidity. 5 minutes in, if it's an authentic drum cap skin, it just stops working almost immediately. That's the only really bad thing I haven't been able to overcome. But yeah, that's reading. One of the things that we stopped doing, and kind of was just because I think we didn't really prepare much. Like, we stopped preparing for it, and
yeah, and I want to start prepping more for these.
I was just gonna say I don't want to prep.
Oh,
but you can. I just don't want it to become a chore. Like, that was the thing. It becomes a little too chorey. So I was like, let me bring up some of the things we used to talk about. We used to talk about when's the next full moon. I don't know if anybody, maybe Heather, anybody really knows what the type of full moon is next, but it is May 23rd. I think that's Thursday.
Let's see.
There's another freaking cop car.
It's Thursday.
Jesus. Okay.
Wow.
We're going to stay right in here.
Yeah. Act like we're not home.
You put the blinds down.
Yeah. We're doing a podcast. Sorry, we can't help you, police.
Yeah, I'm afraid, they've asked a few times before for camera stuff. Our cameras don't really show the neighbor, but
I just tell them I don't get involved.
Now that you've done it, you gotta clear it, or it'll smolder. I don't say we don't get involved. I'd give it to them, but it doesn't go that way. And it doesn't trigger for cars. It triggers only for people. And I think they had some things stolen. So anyway, full moon in Scorpio, Thursday. Technically 1:53 p.m. UTC.
I gotta get outside Thursday. You'll be home, right? Thursday night, so we can go out. We gotta go out. Out and
I'm gonna catch back up, Bjorn, on your stuff and read it together here in just a minute. Thursday, May 23rd, it's the full moon in Scorpio.
And we can see it like at sunset, right? We should.
Yeah, we should be able to see it.
Have to wait till like midnight or anything.
No, and you never really have to. Like the full moon energy is really midday. Technically, it's at 1 o'clock, and you have.
A couple days.
To me, it's always like the day or two before and the day or two after. You're still in that energy. According to my resources, a full moon in Scorpio is a good way to take time to escape distractions and get peace. So if I were to say something about the full moon in Scorpio, it would be, this should be like a true peaceful moon. It should be we're not going to me, you can do whatever you want, but I'm not going to do any massive magic of putting out and things like that. Even though it's a full moon, it's going to be a full display of absolute peace. I think lotus is probably a really good flower to use around this time because of the way that they are. They're large, they're bloom, they're full.
They're pretty.
So that might be a good symbol, and I just made that up in my head. Again, you can do whatever you want, but
do those open up at night? And they close during the day?
I can't remember. Something about them.
Something's like different about them. Yeah.
And that's I think that's kind of important when it comes to doing all this stuff, right? Everybody say, well, the full moon in Scorpio means X, Y. No, you think about what Scorpio is, you think about what a full moon is, you think about what's going on in your life, and you decide what this moon is going to mean to you.
I need to do some candle magic soon.
Flower moon, yes.
Ooh,
perfect. Dragon and Mystic, thank you for saving the day there. So I think probably because this is spring blooms, that would make sense, right? Mm-hmm. We're in spring, April showers bring May flowers. I've heard, according to the Royal Museum of Greenwich, it's also the hare moon, which makes sense because there are hair everywhere.
Oh my gosh, like on our streets in our neighborhood, there's probably like, 50?
Uh-huh.
I bet we see 50 every night when we go walk our dog, Witchy.
Corn planting moon, which obviously makes sense. See, and that makes sense for what you think. Is this the time? Y'all can tell me because I don't know enough, but I'm assuming it's because this is when you plant corn, the summer crop. And then the milk moon, I'm guessing maybe this is when juvenile animals are at the time when they're getting the most milk from their mom, maybe? Bunny moon.
Got milk.
Bunny moon. So we always used to talk about that, and I kind of got away from that, and I do miss it. And we can kind of look today. Right now, the moon is waxing gibbous in Libra, so we're going from that seeking balance section to Scorpio, which is going to bring our emotions back up a little bit. We're going to get a little bit more excitable, but in a peaceful way, because that to me is what this moon is going to be about. It's going to be the peaceful moon. So.
We don't have bunnies. We got bears. Oh,
well, we don't. We have the bunnies. Let me just say, and we have different strands of bunnies. We have gray bunnies, black bunnies, like pitch black bunnies.
Oh my gosh! And
did you see what he just wrote?
What?
The cow moon.
Cow moon. And now I know,
that's hilarious.
Dragon and Manny and Furry can relate to this, but it is now the past week started to where it is like 300% humidity by 7 a.m. and until like 9:30 p.m.
You cannot breathe outside.
And during the day is like center of the sun hot. So there's like a short relief between probably like 10 p.m. and 5:30 a.m. where if you were to be up, you would be like it would be pleasant to be outside for any length of time.
Yeah. And I am so jealous watching Dragon Dancer and Escapades.
Oh, I love all the
it's
Escapades.
So nice.
There.
Yeah.
Ooh, don't miss that.
Nope. I don't miss it either. Like you literally, as soon as you go outside, you're just wet. immediately.
I mean, we rode the motorcycles. Was it Friday night? Like it, and we left at what would you say 9? Was it about 9 or 10 p.m.?
Yeah.
Probably about 9 p.m.
And still sweating like crazy.
And rode like 9 miles down the road, and we're just like drenched.
No.
Yeah.
And you know, in Florida, even though everybody does go without gear on a motorcycle, we have nobody wears a helmet.
Ooh.
Nobody wears a jacket. We wear our gear because we know other people are stupid. Yeah. So it's hot. Although,
it's hot, but I'll be hot versus not wear a helmet.
I think it's probably cooler. Like, I know people think it's dumb, but wearing a mesh jacket is probably cooler than not because the sun on your skin is hot.
Mm-hmm.
But,
well, like in the car, the Tesla, the whole roof is glass. So, like, I'll be driving and I will be burning up. Like, my arm is, like, heated. I need to get that screen.
Yeah.
And then my nose is always, like, pink because of the glass roof.
The other zodiac thing we'll mention is I think we're just coming out of Taurus, Crimson Taurus.
From Ice Fest.
Yeah. Stupid. I wish that was a thing, like air conditioned vest of some sort. But honestly, on the motorcycle, again, if you have I have a leather and mesh jacket, and the leather's on like the shoulders and the elbows and the parts that if you hit, you would rub on the ground to prevent abrasion. But the rest of it's mesh, and once you're moving on the motorcycle, I'm never hot when we're going. I'm only hot when we stop. And immediately, the second, as soon as you stop, it's.
If you hit a red light, immediately it goes from being pleasant to suffocating.
Yeah, for sure.
And hot.
Hey,
Iris.
But yeah. So this time frame we're going to be moving out of Taurus, right? And we're
gonna write that down Thursday for us to do something.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss this moon.
Taurus, just if anybody's interested, it is, and I know most of you probably know this, but it's a fixed earth element because we're getting ready to talk about elements, right? So fixed earth. In qualities, it's really the peak of spring is where Taurus is, and you know, generally this wholly stabilized thing is really important. Yeah, my mom is Gemini and she is a Gemini. Her birthday is May 30th.
What was the moon? The flower moon?
Flower moon. I'm gonna see if I can go to a store somewhere and get like a little lotus symbol or something. Oh, I think I have them.
I would like that. I'm gonna order something. Yeah, about that.
I think I have lotus in my. I could be wrong. I'm making a charm bag. Of random really things, cool. Yeah, to read off of, to learn to read, which is kind of cool. And I have all these charms: the Eye of Horus, the Wandering Eye, the Ankh.
I mean, that is really neat.
The Pyramid. I have a couple of mushrooms. Yep, there's a lotus.
Well, that is too cool.
Yep, I got the Infinity. I got a Buddha. I got my little mini Ankhs. So I'm trying to learn to use these kind of trinkets and just random things that I find that I like, and it goes in my bag, and it becomes a part of a reading process. But anyway, that's another topic.
Ooh, so is Gemini. We use them.
Curtis is a Gemini. Oh, I can see that.
Flowers, moon.
Obviously, Taurus is the bull. According to your general Taurus characteristics, to your Taurus, which I am a Virgo moon, Virgo sun, Virgo moon, and Taurus rising. So my front-facing personality is very similar to this, but a person whose sun is in Taurus is going to have a very outward disposition like this. So property, stability, security, comfort, money, ponder time, attraction, natural things, intimacy, and pleasure. Absolutely, property, stability, security. I have 450 tarot decks. Pondering time. It's real. That's a neat one. Taurus needs ponder time. I am a Taurus rising, and again, that's your ascendant. What is coming into or up, and what's upcoming in the dawn of your life. And for me, that's Taurus. It is extremely important for me to have ponder time, and that what I mean by that is, I know answers to things, and I can feel very intelligent, especially like at work, but I can't and don't like to have to immediately respond without a moment to think about it. I have to ponder it, move it around, and chew on it before I can put out something that makes sense to me. So I need ponder time. Your general Taurus, dislikes being rushed, pompousness, synthetics, fluctuation, and rapid change.
Oh,
Does that
that's
sound
true.
like you?
You don't like rapid change.
Yeah.
Not too much fluctuation.
It's fluctuation, I think, more than rapid. I can do rapid change if they're small.
Yeah.
Like at work,
you don't like
I
big ones.
can adapt very easily, but fluctuating up and down, it bothers me. It sure does. I don't like anything synthetic. I mean, there's tons of shit around me synthetic. It's weird. Oh yeah, I'm a Virgo, true and true. Which Virgo and Taurus are very similar. By the way. Weakness is stubbornness, inflexibility, can be material and possessive, self-indulgence. Sure can. If you're looking for some gemstones for the Taurin,
Ooh, what?
agate, diamond, and pink opal.
Ooh, diamond, you're expensive.
And metals of silver and gold. Crucial years from the 6th every 7th. So 6, 13, 20, etc.
Oh, you saw the police. Oh my God, she saw the police.
She saw the popo-ho.
Call the popo-ho.
Our attack dog does not like the police. Hey guys.
Okay, it's okay.
Hopefully that didn't fry your ears, y'all.
It's okay. Just need to put her down so she can't see them. Now she sees.
She's huffing. She is mad at it.
It's okay.
Kelvin, Capricorn, Aquarius, yes. Bjorn, I think you mentioned you're a Virgo. I am Virgo, true and true, through and through. The Virgo Taurus, it fits me very well. Even if that's a little bit of self-serving.
She knows what's going up.
She is. If she had opposable thumbs, the blinds would be separated right now, and her eye would be peeking through it.
Are you a Karen, Ma?
She is a neighborhood Karen.
Ma is a Karen.
It's so funny.
That doesn't even
She's a trip.
See? There's nobody out there. See?
Yeah.
It's okay.
This microphone is supposed to gate out that loud, crazy noise. So, but it doesn't always work. It doesn't always do well.
Hey, babies. It's okay.
But yeah, so that's that. Pisces, huh? We got some fishies. We got some fishies. Well, when we get to Pisces, I'm gonna get back into doing this each week and talking about it. I don't think I'm gonna do because before I was given like a what is the zodiac doing in your life right now, because to me it's easy for somebody to read something and just point it out, and if you want to do that, then go look up a horoscope. In my mind, it's really think about what it means to be you, because you are that thing, and use that to your benefit. I'm getting a little bit away of using these commercialized things. It just doesn't feel as good. So we'll talk, but it's not going to be of the same way.
Fishies.
Joy.
Hey, Joy.
Hello.
Hey.
We just got done talking a little bit about the moon and the sun phases that we're currently in and some books, and I think we're going to talk a little bit about elements over the next 30 minutes and then do some tarot. Now, we've been promising element videos from our perspective for a long time, and I will start with my theory on elements. And when we do our big workings here, which we haven't done one in a while, but when we do them, every element has 2 candles.
Oh yeah.
That we light.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can you show?
You can. Come here, Mama. No more police. You cannot. No, you cannot look. You cannot look. You cannot look. Okay,
We
good.
light them in the directions, and a corresponding one is lit. I don't know if they can see it or not.
For the ethereal. Let's
the
look.
ethereal.
Yeah, they can see.
Should I go
Down.
up there? Oh,
Just set down in front of you.
Yep.
So, I mean, obviously it doesn't have to be that, but that's the one that we use. We got this at an antique store. It's solid brass. But when we do our opening and pulling into the elements, we pull on here, the physical plane, and then we light on the ethereal, which is all other planes. So we always do both, and that's just something that has been a practice of mine. I don't think anybody taught me that, or I don't recall it. I can't say that it's not true, because you pick things up, but it just always felt right to do that. So when we call to air, when we welcome in air, we light the candle on both sides of the veil. so that we're connected to air, and so that we're connected to fire and water and earth and the center. And those things are important to me. So yeah. And that's a good topic for a rage. I kind of want to come back to that at some point. I don't technically believe in the horoscope either. So that's one of the things that's made it hard to kind of talk about sometimes, but I'll get into that at some point. Elements are really tied into the zodiac too, because each one has its quarter and each one has its fixed cardinal or mutable and its element, right? So there's 4 elements times 3. I forgot what they call them. Mutable. There's a word for them, and that makes your 12. Even though there's talk about the 13th and all that stuff, we're not going to get into that.
Oh, there's one that I'm really am. I forgot what it's called. Instead of Sagittarius.
Ophiuchus.
Ophiuchus. I want to learn more about that.
Yeah.
And why?
We'll do that.
Ophiuchus.
So elements. There are a tons of great ways to experience elements. Joy, I'm glad you are stopped in, because we've experienced the way Joy shares and train. I don't want to say trains. It sounds weird because it's not training. It's experiencing. And it's a very feeling experience. It uses your senses. And that's very important, I think, with the elements. And a lot of people who are newer really think about, like, it's really important that I know air, fire, earth, and water and all this stuff. But that's really not... Hold on, I got to hold the puppy's eyes.
Oh.
No. No, Ma. You don't need to tell the police what to do. Because she will try.
She will.
And that, I could have picked it up from something I read out of there too. I was really big on Roman history and stuff in school, high school and college, even though that's been 20 years now. But I think the important thing for the elements for me, whenever I'm talking to somebody that maybe isn't as into it or even doesn't believe that that's a thing, is the elements aren't powers to me. They're not these powers. They are, again, for me, they're representations of forces of us, of the universe, of things that already are and already exist, and they allow us to understand them better as humans. I don't think... like the gods aren't calling to the elements, Goddesses are not calling to the elements. That is true, Dragon. That is very true. Yeah, and Joy taught us a lot about the earth of fire, the earth of water, and how those things interact. That's really important stuff. Because it's not so much about us when we call to the east, like in our opening. We're not saying the east and saying, "East, give me power, give us the air," What we're doing really is expressing in a human way the symbolism that underlies that epiphany, that belief, that thing. So when you think about it, for me, I use directions to process it in my head. And so use which I'm sure is what they did. That's where it came from, right? So east is air. Why is the east air? Or what does the east represent in the cosmology, right? Sunrise, right? Your ascendant, that's the east horizon coming up over, or it's actually reversed, but so in the east, that's where the things arise, that's where things come, that's where they get bigger, they expand from the horizon, right? So in the morning when you start seeing the dawn, it goes from that black to that dark charcoal to that blue. And then it starts rising with the sun. Why does it sound like it keeps getting louder?
It does. I was like, ooh, what?
Like the music keeps getting louder.
Yeah. Color, taste, feel. Yep.
I don't want it off. Trying to get our music right, y'all. I want a little bit, but
Sound.
okay, there we go.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. But yeah, so for me, it's really, what were we saying? Oh yeah, east, raising, right? So you think of those things that raise, that come in. It's yellow because what is the morning sun? It's always this bright yellow. It's this brilliance is coming up, right? And so the air, if you think about how air behaves, it's everywhere. It fills in every space, every nook and cranny. It's everything. It's all over, right? And so that's where we get the yellow from. That's where we get air from. That's where we get the experience from. I should say it's where I get it from, because it may not be the same for everybody. And then even though on the pictures here, you've got south is fire, but picture the sun continuing from the east. The next step after the east is midday, right? That's fire. That's your south. Mm-hmm. So the fire is the blazing hot red-orange sun, right? That's your fire. That is the full power, 100%. Nothing can stop it. It burns, but it also creates. As in plants who use it for chlorophyll, or deserts where nothing can grow. That's your fire, and that's where you get that redness from that hot orange burnt sun. And this is the midday. This is where everything is bright. Also should say east, spring, right? Because that's when the spring, this is the same cycle, spring cycle. Now we're in summer, fire, makes sense, right? We go from fire, which is your south, we're going around the directions, to west, and now we have water. And this is the sunset. When things are sunsetting, what is it? It can be sad, it can be emotional. Things are settling. We're toward the ends of our lives. It's fall. Things are dying. The tree leaves are falling. That's where you get this blue is this water representation of, I think, the sky and the water, the reflection of what the earth is feeling. That's what the sky is, right? Sky's reflection of the water. That's where you get the blue from our atmosphere. And it gives you this feeling of reflection. It gives you this feeling of how water works. And what does water do? It flows. It fills the container that it's in, and that's what our emotions do. It fills our container. It fills our life with love. It fills our life with feeling and emotion, and that's our fall, right? That's as you're getting to the west, and then your north, which is midnight, and this is representative of winter. It's dead. It's cold. It's pitch black. It's out. It's the darkness. It's the place though where everything grows, where everything starts, where everything is held in suspension so that it can reorganize to again become something in the spring, which is back to east, right? So you keep going around that cycle. So that's the most basic form of elements that I can give in a quick nutshell of why I feel that they are the way they are. And when we call to the directions, I know a lot of people think it's hilarious or make fun of it because like, well, these people really think the east and the air is like this power. I'm like, that's really not how I look at it. All of these things make up us and everything around us and everything that ever was. All five elements, because we haven't talked about spirit really yet. Within those elements, we can't just call to us. And maybe that's like the next step that I haven't gotten to, right? Where you can just blah, and it's all there. I like the pomp of going through the elements. It feels good. It teaches me. You okay?
Yeah. I might have lit this up backwards and upside down. My mind has been giving me trouble lately. I somehow lost a chair that really wasn't lost. And I'm going to be reaching out to Dragon later.
Yeah.
About some Reiki.
Yeah. And we want to get our Reiki back into. We haven't been practicing it. We've got to start doing it again. And would love to join up Dragon Dancer with you when you do it sometimes remotely. And maybe we can do some good power cone Reiki. It'd be fun. Now that I'm back, I can do it when I'm not good. It doesn't work that way. But yeah. So yes. Other thing. Joy, I know that you'd been writing in there. I wanted to get through that little cycle of east, south, west, north, or dawn, noon, dusk, and midnight.
Ooh.
That's kind of how that process goes.
What was that for?
For me, what?
The dawn, dusk, noon, and midnight?
The same correspondence of east, south, west, and north.
Ooh. I'd like to hear more about that.
Well, I hope you listened because I just went through it all. And then the ether is, or the center or the spirit is what people kind of call to as that additional energy. To me, that is really just a culmination of all of it together and of the other side of the plane that we access. So that's kind of how my brain works, but super, super, super important. There's colors, and my colors are pretty standard. I use the same colors that I've been taught in pagan circles, Wiccan, It's just what stuck, and I like it. Your colors can be different. The dawn for me, and have thought about this of changing colors at some point. I mean, it's more of a not just yellow, but of this golden shimmer. And noontime isn't red to me. It's this like fiery orange, like this just burning orange. And west or water to me is a little bit less than blue. It's more like it's almost like this teal color because and swirled with other blues in it, and that's kind of how I see it because it's a swirling thing. And earth to me is often people have that as brown or green. Both of those work to me, you know, and you can use whatever you want. Each has its own taste and feel and sound, like Joyce said. Absolutely. The one thing I want to do more of is with the sound. Those experiences, if you ever have an opportunity to do them in person, especially if you're ever down here with Joy, that it's an amazing experience. You really have to, because you start to really realize what we're talking about when we say fire. Sure, we see fire because it's a symbol, but I'm not asking fire to bend. I'm not a firebender, right? I'm asking for the energy that fire represents through me to help me achieve the things that I need to achieve through the means that I can achieve them, which is the way that life kind of works for me. And yet I do too. When it really comes down to it, elements I only call in ritual that we're doing for a very specific reason, or workings. A lot of times with like full moon stuff, follows the full moon's 28 days too. Your new moon is north or winter. Your full moon is fire or south. Your quarter moon that's right, as part of the waxing would be your east, and part of your waning would be your west. It all lines up. All of it cycles go together. Even with the turn of the wheel, it all fits on the same wheel. It's really cool. We should write one out. Make that a thing to do. That'd be a fun little practice. And not everybody uses the elements the same way either. Like I said, there's sea, land, and sky, and fire is seen very different in druid circles. I like the five elements really. It's very helpful to me. I do call on the elements when I'm doing very specific personal workings too. Like I like to have call the elements in for protection when I'm doing a working, and it's not really like I'm not worried about being protected from bad entities. I have my own way of doing that. The protection I'm talking about is for myself and my energy connection, and making sure that I stay on point and on board with what's happening. So the protection's a little bit different than, like, I'm not picturing Supernatural where the elements are being, kicked out or whatever.
No, but I think it helps us to see that all of them are in everything. That's what it helps me when I think of it, and it helps me even with situations to see how like the elements are in them or could be, or how to control, like how I react to things. Mm-hmm. It's what it helps me with elements.
Even though I need to do a lot more work with it, one of the most, I think one of the most important things that I did learn from Joy, that was something I'd never heard before, and it does completely change how you see the elements, and that's when you're talking about the elements within other elements. Like Ivo Dominguez Jr. Has a book that goes over this too, and it's so cool. It's very important, very neat how he does it, and he talks about that. He talks about how like you have earth, and then you have the fire of earth, the water of earth. Actually, I think earth was the one that didn't have one. I don't know. I'd have to look at it again. But I'm going to use, I know air did. So you have like the water of air, the fire of air, and the earth of air. And I think earth didn't have one in his version. And I don't know, Joy, if it's the same for you, but earth didn't have that because the earth was the perspective from which everything else occurred. So it was a little different for him, but it was neat. It gets really cool stuff. I need to get that book back out. It was a really good book.
What book was it?
It's Ivo Dominguez, The Four Elements, maybe? I don't know. I read it when I was creating the course that I made for elements, which is going to come back out. But we can do a lot of stuff about elements remotely and talk about it, but experiencing it, especially in the way that Joy does it.
Maybe.
I wonder if we could do that like in a... like a virtual lab or something at some point. Like have everybody get supplies together and we all meet up, and maybe that would be so cool to do it remotely with
Yeah, we
everybody.
could.
But I think, Joy, you're right. I kind of felt that way too, but I know the book that I read was a little different. But you're the first person that ever made me even consider that that was something that could occur, like having this different elements, and then really just makes everything else fall into place. Like seriously. Mmm. It's good dragon's blood.
It smells really good.
We'll put it dragon's blood with Hikari. It's just freaking amazing.
Do you have any little roller ball things that I can make it oil with? Something calming?
Like this, like mine?
Yeah, that I could use to put on.
Well, it depends. This is a spank bottle, not a roller ball.
Mm.
I have roller balls too, but they go bad quicker.
The roller balls do?
You have to use them quicker. But yeah, so I made this oil to me because I wanted something to connect all the things. Did I tell you what's in this? I told them. Might not have been here. It is pine for the ancestors, because that's what reminds me of my mom, my grandmother, and everybody having fires at our house in Chesapeake. It's always pine. Pine is going to be my scent forever. Saffron for the elevation and kind of bringing things up and building up a little bit. Mugwort because of its connection to the ether and to other things. And I keep a clary sage to help keep a clear mind and to keep that psychic connection, because I'm trying to develop my psychic connection a little better. So I did that 3 drops of each in here, made sure the smell was right, added a little bit of lapis lazuli for safety and little quartz for amplification, and then water. And that will work for a spank bottle. Spank bottles are the ones that have the little teeny pinhole in the middle.
So you can't use oil in those like as a carrier because
Right,
it would
it's
get
too
stuck. In these.
In these. So in a spank bottle, and then people joke at me because nobody else calls them that, but I call it because you turn it over and you spank the butt of it and it spits.
It's a tap.
It spits
tap that ass.
It spits out the oil after you give it a good shake. So very easy to make, but smell that.
Oh,
It's fucking, excuse me, divine.
that's not. So what's the? That smells really
Now,
good.
the
What's
other
the one
one
that I was smelling that said patchouli and you said it's
That's
not?
that one.
Really?
It's the same one. It just after my skin, after a few minutes, it changes scent.
That's interesting.
There's no patchouli in it. Now, a carrier bottle, like what you're talking about, a roller bottle.
Yeah.
You can do the same thing, but you have to use a little bit more essentials, and you use like jojoba,
As the carrier oil?
or coconut, fractionated coconut as a carrier, and you can do that with the roller ball, but you just have to use them a little quicker. They don't last as long.
I really need something for calming.
Yeah, this one to me it's almost immediately calming, but it just, like, I don't know. When I connected it and hit those 4, because I used the elements when I made that, I connected the 4 points to it, and it just immediately puts me back into it, like, things are good. I feel good. I feel connected. It's the connection, and this is important with the elements, it's your connection with them that makes this stuff work to me. We make face wash, right? And we make toner. And to me, anybody can mix the stuff together. Yeah. But when I washed my face this morning with the face wash that we have, which mine is cinnamon, I immediately thought of, when I made this, I was thinking about blah, blah. And that's the intent that I get from it, and it wakes me up and I feel better. It's all in, I don't want to say it's all in your mind, but a lot of it is in the mind. Because, the universe's mind is mental.
I haven't bought any face products in 8 years. Since we've been making our
pine is, man, oof.
our face wash and toner.
Yeah,
I haven't wanted to. What's this? The base Castile
soap
is the base, and it's like,
and you can get gallons of it for relatively inexpensive.
And it cleans your face, but it doesn't dry it. And with the essential oils in there, it's really just awesome.
Yeah. See, unexplained possibilities, citrus scents, they make me wired. Like I'm like, ooh, I wake up.
That's neat.
That's why, like, when I put neroli or orange in something or any citrus, I'm like, it's total wake for me. Huh. Pine resin is total zen. Mugwort and sage oils, like, they just smell so, like, I don't know. Another really good mix. If you're still in here, Kelvin, one of the demonic oleums is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, um, is, hold on, I've got it. It's chamomile, rose, and camphor. And I actually
Ooh.
have a roller of that over there if you want to try
I
it.
bet that smells good. Where is that? Let me get it.
It's in the blue roller that's over there. I think it's a roller. It might be a spanky, but I think it's a roller.
That sounds nice.
And
Oh, the roller ones are bigger.
yeah, you have to give it a really good shake.
So it's
But again, we when I created that one, even though it was part of the left hand path altar and something a little different, I used the stuff and I called in my deities that I was working with and my elements.
this is the one.
And yeah, and I actually this one I do in my temples, but
Like here.
yeah, just I do a cross on each temple, and that you don't want to do it all too much because it'll be could
And
break
this
out.
is rose and.
That's rose, camphor, and chamomile.
Oh. Oh, that's nice.
That's good, yeah. But that one's actually specifically designed for working with the demonics.
It's very calming.
Yeah.
I'd like to make something similar to that.
We were just talking Joy today. We need to start making some more stuff and bring it out too. Lavender is amazing. So, and lavender is used in medicine too, like in hospice patients. I can smell it. It's so strong. When they're having difficulty sleeping or when they're getting close to passing, we'll a lot of times put lavender scented sheets underneath their pillows, and it helps keep them calm. It just gives that kind of nice thing. But the next piece for me to learn and to grow in my practice of the elements really is the sound piece. And when I kind of go through that, it's really cool. Sure. So Kelvin, I'll try to look up the name. It's in S. Connolly's book, but she references somebody else, and it's a really common person, and I don't want to mess up the name. But it's basically it's 1 part chamomile, 1 part rose, 2 parts camphor. So like if you're doing like that bottle, I think I did 5 drops of camphor, and then 2 each of chamomile, and maybe 3 of rose. But it's oil, not rose water. So yeah, I had to buy rose oil because that's a lot harder to find. And camphor oil was easy, and chamomile oil is also kind of easy to find, pretty inexpensive. But those together, man, and I mixed those with that one's jojoba as a carrier.
Is that one?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that has a smell.
It has a little bit of a sweetness to it. Jojoba does, but that was the other one.
It smells like almond. It's very sweet. I like it. Rose.
That's what you get. The rose and the camphor together. There's something about it, man. I'm telling you. Oof. Yeah, Bjorn. Very much so. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, him is.
My pink Baphomet. So yeah, elements. That was kind of an important piece for us today. We were thinking about what can we talk about. We've talked about it before. We're gonna do we kind of got stuck in our videos where we stopped right after we did the introduction to elements. But we've had our plan for a long time. Our next one is supposed to be air, so we're gonna start, I think, doing recordings for air and figuring it out and putting something out there to kind of express how we feel about air. Now we do have a video that we did a couple years ago in front of our beautiful oak tree that's gone from the hurricane. If you want to see that, but we'll be doing some more details. So
I was trying to think, why did we stop doing videos? And it's because we started doing this. Because at that time, that's when COVID hit, really, basically. Yeah. And we couldn't get together, so we started doing this.
Well, not only that,
we were doing this every weekend.
Yeah, not only that, but my job also went kind of sideways.
I definitely want to get those back going.
Yeah. I like making the videos. It does take a lot of work to set it up, but they're important and I enjoy them. So we'll try to get some of those moving again. But yeah, so that again is elements. So there's this cycle to them and this whole thing that kind of goes round and round. That kind of is important, I think, to how we process our elements. And you do what you got to do. Yeah, yes, I know. Oh my God, it was a great southern oak.
So beautiful.
It was we had our fay garden at the bottom of it, and it got ripped to shreds. Now, interestingly, I did save a lot of the wood, so we have a lot of the wood from the branches that we cut off in discs. So I have a bunch of those around the house. We did save that, and there's some branches we kept, and I did make or had not finished yet, but partially made a wand out of one. So, I think it's time to switch to tarot. And does anybody have anything else they want to share about elements?
I don't have a paper.
Now she.
Oh goodness!
Now she wants to tell Amazon what to do. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hashashi. Hashashi. Tina. These dogs, I'm telling you. So you'll get a general reading unless you otherwise state, but while we're getting our list together, starting with Kelvin, we're gonna get this list here going.
I'm gonna go get something. Yeah, let me clean this. Hold on.
This
will be my first time to write down.
I've got it up here.
Oh, you got it. Okay, sweet.
All right. So I think I want to use my Sacred Kingdoms deck today because I've enjoyed this one and I want to kind of get back into it. Clown Impersonator, welcome to the channel. Hopefully you've been lurking and listening. Yes, you'll get a free read. It's just one card each of us to keep time down. Tina Marie Presley.
She is on it.
She's on it.
Oh, that would be really cool, Joy.
Unexplained personalities. Unexplained personalities. Sorry, unexplained possibilities.
Wow, really? That's me. Unexplained personalities would be me. That's the way my mind is lately.
Yeah, Joy, we can set that up at some point.
Let's do it.
I mean, we're still UU members. We could always ask for a classroom there too if we needed it, or we could do it here. Which again, we still have to hang out. Yeah, but I'm finally better enough now that I'm comfortable doing stuff again. So maybe next weekend. But doing that would be so much fun. Like just going through it and having it done. God, that'd be fun. That's definitely on the plate. We're doing that. We're gonna do that somehow, some way. By the way, also just for the record, I have been very, very bad about private reads. People have asked me for some private reads, and I will do them in depth, and I do not charge for them at all. And I just haven't been able to do them not feeling really that well the last couple weeks, but I am back to normal. So if anybody does want a longer personal read, you can reach out to us, and we can set that up. But
that was such a good series.
Oh, it was.
Joy. That's we actually, a lady that attended a couple of those goes to the Kava bar we go to. And she, you never know how you're connected to people through time and place. And that series on the elements you did at Casa was really good.
I'll be honest.
Really good.
I'm betting that the Cape Kava would let us do a thing there.
Oh yeah, I bet.
They would let us do a little workshop that we could charge for.
Dante.
Or just the way that you already do it.
Hey, Dante. I like Dante.
Yes, Dante.
He's a good person.
All right, so I've got Kelvin, Furry Rage, Dragon Dancer, Paranormal, Joy,
I'm gonna go potty.
Clown Impersonator, Unexplained Possibilities, and Dante. Anybody else? Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, my contacts are getting really funny. I don't know much about Jehovah's Witness. They don't really bother us here in South Florida just because, well, I don't know why. They've never bothered us at our house. Um, so yeah. Don't really interact with him. Large man with the soft side. That's a good kind of man to be. For sure. That's true. You know, you can play some. We could play uh, Behemoth X's Chance and just blast it. They'd probably freak out. But Bjorn likes that. Like you like that conversation. I do too, but I need a little more measure because I still haven't been able to get exactly the way that I want to be when it comes to being appropriate. Sorry, I'm grabbing 2 oils that I made and I don't remember what they are. I want to see if they're still any good. But I still get a little heated in some of those discussions, so I have to be careful. Just because I've been hurt and I haven't completely gotten over that yet. You know? But I will tell you, the last, I would say 6 months of personal seeking development has been phenomenal. I am so just enamored with life and things that are going on in the world, like and people, and have met so many great people lately at our kava places that we've been going to, and just spending time with people and learning people's different thoughts and processes. Like Rook was saying, the lady that came to 2, I think, of your classes, Joy, at Casa, we talk now at the kava bar because she's there quite a bit, and you know, just see how things are doing. I've learned a lot about her, you know, her being a veteran and, you know, kind of belief systems and stuff. It's very nice. Bjorn, that is amazing. I think, yeah, don't you make instruments? Haven't you made a few instruments? Or am I making that up? Or might you making that up? I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, I feel like I remember you making maybe like a flute or something. It was really pretty. I think I remember seeing it in the chat. I would pay amazing money for stuff like that just because somebody made it. I don't have the talent to do it, but knowing that somebody specifically made it and put their energy and time into it, that stuff is just, it's so different to me. It's amazing. And thank you. That was very sweet.
Never used these cards, but I have been having them with me for the past several days.
Oh, that's a good deck.
When I went to work, I've taken them with me when I've gone to the kava bar. I had them under my pillow a couple days, just trying to
Bjorn,
connect with them.
If you ever want to post or share any of that stuff, you are absolutely, of course, more than welcome to do so. Do you make them for people? Like, do you sell them? Mm-hmm. I thought I had seen that. Where did the little... I don't know if y'all have seen me. We have the... Oh, I'll show it on the thing. We've got to do drum circles again. Like we just have to. Just have to.
Yeah. Doing that for free. That is so cool.
That is very cool. Because that's not something that's easy to do. That takes work. And talent. I'm getting better at not being mean to myself about saying I have no creative talent, but I don't have that type of creative talent.
I was barking.
That would be... All right, we're going to transition over here.
Transition. What? Who is that?
Fix that a little bit. Okay. And so we can do our tarot now. I need a little smoke. And I think the beeswax is the bottom.
Okay.
And so
let me just see to test it.
Yeah, so you can you should be able to put 2 side by side. Make it centered to that stone on the right.
Like
centered
this?
to okay. Right there, I think. Yeah, see?
Oh, okay.
Maybe even it's centered a little bit lower, but either way.
Right.
So today I'm using Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms. Do you want to just put that over there so you can see the box?
Okay.
Yours doesn't have a box, does it?
No, hold on. I'm looking for. There's a card though in there.
There it is.
That I need to take out. Because...
I was going to use that deck, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you're using it.
Okay.
All right, now remember, you got to stay within the stones, so that's not in the stones. Push it down.
Here.
Down.
Down.
Down. Yep.
All right.
You can take my box off and put yours on so they can see that.
Oh.
If you want. So, that's our 2 decks.
Oh, and I've mixed them up.
It is not your reading, Kelvin. I was just showing the deck that we're using, but you are absolutely up first. Yes, Tarot of the Neo-Fiction.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what these babies say.
Your first read with this one?
Yep. Never used them. I've kept them with me this week, though, or the past several days, so. Yeah.
Ma Petite, I love you.
Oh my gosh,
but
the imagery in this deck to me is just it's just awesome.
I love the pearls. Like that was I love those. What a way to convey
beautiful
that energy too, right?
Yeah.
I'm so surprised other people nobody's done that before. Like that's
so freaking pretty.
Yeah. That was just different. I was a little blown aback by that. Ma Petite.
We're doing Sir Kelvin.
Yes.
Lord Kelvin.
Oh, I just bumped her head.
Hey, you have a rough. You want to sit in my lap, baby?
Can you?
Yeah. Come here.
It's I can't bend my legs that way. It just hurts.
Come on, sit down. You're a good girl. All right.
You can go first this time.
And it's just general, right?
Just the general
whatever
reading.
Needs to come up. Okay.
Just kidding.
Really?
I'm excited.
Kelvin. What does Kelvin need to know?
I have this other oil that I made.
What's that one? I thought I put it back.
No, it's a different one.
Okay.
I have no clue what it is. Oh, that smells good. Oh, this is my personal proprietary blend.
Cardamom, black pepper. Oh, sorry. I'm not supposed to say it. I'm sorry.
This is my personal secret proprietary blend.
Sorry.
It's cardamom, black pepper, and...
Hey, I didn't say it all.
I forgot what the third one was. Clove. I mean, might as well. You already gave most of it out now. The Colonel's secret. All right, Kelvin.
I think, do I have this upside down? Ah. Pretty.
Mm-hmm. The little luck dragon. She's the never-ending story.
She is. Try to see how mine would make sense with yours. All right.
Don't worry about that.
Which side is the right side for the...
Right there. Yep.
Right here. Okay, and I'm going to call this Two of Blades for mine. And I see this is awesome. This guy, is walking on firm ground, but underneath, coming up, you can see like an underworld or overworld. So to me, with this thought process and way of thinking, is to go through this week, kind of like we all have to do, and one that I'm not been good at lately, with a balance of taking the spiritual and what you can see and incorporating both as you go on your path. And it shows, this is telling me you're doing a good job of it, but just stay focused and keep that balance of your spirituality, things that you can't see but that you feel, and your intuition, your magical practice, and what you are literally rooted on in the ground physically. So yeah, what you got?
All right. So
I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting, Kelvin.
I'm putting a little bit of benzoin, which is, I have to figure out where this came from because this is the best smelling benzoin ever. Almost as good as Styrax, which VG tried to eat. So, Kelvin, for you, I've pulled from
pretty.
the Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms, the Four of Wands. Just since we've been talking about elements, I'm going to kind of connect that element for the, to the card. So the wand is your fire element. This is a noonday, full-on, hardcore energy creation card. But the four is also a card of stability. It's the card of four walls for me. It's the things are structured around you. So right now, whatever the thing is that you're doing or that you're working on, that you're working through, it seems to have come to a structured place. It is now set. The foundation is there for you to continue working on what it is. But this project needs an injection of passion. It needs, maybe you've spent a little too much time on it and you're starting to feel a little like, man, I don't know if this is still the right thing, or maybe you're having some doubts about it. But the four is saying that's normal. You're getting to the heavy hard work of something, and it's kind of, I don't want to say it's dragging you down, but it's kind of, it needs an injection of passion. It needs an injection of, all right, you know what? This is important. It is good. I do love this. I really do need to do this, and I'm going to give it my all. So it needs that push of go. A lot of times the four cards is that barrier between the beginning and the middle of a project, or the beginning and the middle of what's going on something, and it just really lends itself to stuckedness or quicksandedness kind of thing, right? Like you don't feel like you're making progress for it, and you're just like, well, maybe I should just give up. If I compare that to the Two of Swords or blades, pocket knives.
Blades. I call it blades.
Okay.
It reminds me of the vampire.
Yeah.
Blades.
So you're taking that foundation and you have some decisions to make on it, whether it is something you need to continue or not. So you gotta cut those little pieces off and really just give it another push. Give it some extra injection of full engagement, and then see if it's something that needs to continue on. So there's a little bit of work to do. A lot of it for me is mind work, especially with your swords, and some kind of creativity insertion. You get something needs to get your juices going.
And I just love this card because, again, immediately I see solid ground and I see what's underneath it, like what you don't see, when you're on it. And it's just telling me like it's the spiritual and the mundane plane together.
All right. Well, hopefully that gives you some input.
Hey, cool.
Hey, I love that.
That's cool.
Never give up. So, I mean, that gives even more meaning to the four. If you're the person that never gives up, then you already know you're in that stable section and it's time to push forward. It's just something might need to be adjusted a little bit to make it really. What? I love you. I just got some benzoin to put in there and you just ruined it.
I'm sorry. Well, this is what the universe wanted.
Well, the universe is wrong. Just kidding.
Be nice to me.
Furry Rage, you're next. Pig stickers and blade was a dampy. I can't see that.
Never involved.
I don't know what that means.
Well, furry. Are we on Furry Rage? Yeah. Let's see.
Hey. Oh, we gotta watch. I want to watch that. Blade Runner.
I don't know what that is, but I'll watch it.
We gotta watch some movies.
I want to watch the Back to the Future series franchise. I've been dying to see that again lately. So. But I'll watch Blade Runner with you.
That, and what's the one with Kate Beckinsale? That's like I love it. The vampires and werewolves. I love that movie franchise. Oh my goodness. Underworld. The whole aesthetic of that movie is just amazing to me. All right, Furry.
Underworld.
Despite all my rage, I am still just a furry in a cage.
Ooh, Damper, half humans, half vampire. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I did not know that.
The Dampire.
I have a crush on that.
Oh, that's funny. Look at what I just pulled. For Furry Rage.
That is so cool. Yours is pretty.
It is pretty.
This deck, I don't know if it's pretty as the deck I'm using, but it's stimulating.
It's certainly not as personal. and connected. I'll give it that.
Oh, do you want me to put yours
You
down? Okay.
I'll go ahead and start.
And what did you pull from Mr.
Kind
Furry?
of push it down a little bit, center to that center stone. Thank you. God, just ridiculous.
Furry.
That's funny. Oh yeah, who doesn't? Regardless of your persuasions, right? So Two of Swords for your ages, the first card you have. The Two of Swords, again, we just had it in the last reading. For me, Two of Swords is a decision-making card. Swords are of the mind, so there's something in your head. Maybe it's something you want to do, and maybe you feel like you're not 100% on board with how to do it, or maybe it's something that's challenging, and you're like, I still am going to do it. I want to do it. Different kind of forging, a new technique of something that's kind of coming about. And so the two is like, okay, you need to do it. Decide what's working for you and take a run for it. Always, though, Two of Swords is some kind of mindful thought process thing that's important. And that's really, really important to me. Two of Pig stickers. That's what he was saying. Okay, I get it now. Took me a minute, but we're there. I'm now with you. But yeah, so the twos can be a decision-making thing. In this particular case, I kind of get that feeling. The other thing twos can represent is a party of self. It is the recognition of yourself as an entity that is more than capable of what it is. That is at first sight. So I'm really getting a new type of product, a new type of thing that you need to make that is a little more challenging than maybe historical, and it's going to take a lot more energy out of you, but there's something there. There's something, maybe you found something and you want to make it. I don't know. There's definitely a new challenge of some sort. I don't know. I just keep getting there's some kind of challenge. And it's a challenge of putting your mind into making something. Like, yeah.
That could kind of make sense with mine. I love these cards. So
They're pretty.
devotion is telling me like you the path you're on that you've been following obviously is right for you. And so if there's something new that you're thinking about doing or trying, do it, but in your way, in your path. You're on the right way. I mean, you're on the right way, and I just think that's so cool. It looks like Jason Momoa on that card.
Does it?
Like a skinny one. Yeah, but he's walking. He's going. He's strong on his own. And it's just saying that if you're gonna try something, that's great. But in your way, in your path, that's good. That's gonna serve you well. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I like. I really do like the imagery on that.
I love them.
Both of them. The Sacred Kingdom Tarot, one of the things that I really like about it is it's got this ethereal look to it, and its design is that idea is that each card is a gate to something, and that's really important to kind of move through the process. And I don't know, it's kind of like that gateway into something new or different. I don't know what it means, but hopefully it means something. But it's definitely something that's going to require some time and energy, and it's going to be different. It's going to be really fucking amazing. And by the way, if anybody wants to see the real Walmart version of Jason Momoa.
Oh, really?
If anybody wants to see the real Walmart version of Jason Momoa, pause. Then go on YouTube and look up Kyle Hill. If you like science, he's freaking funny. Really can teach you a lot of sciencey things. But he even calls himself the Walmart version of Jason Momoa. It's hilarious. You'll like him. And don't ever look at Jason Momoa shaved. It's terrible.
That is so cool. I was reading the artist's information.
Yeah, but you can pause to read the artist's information until I've completed a sentence. That would have been fair.
Okay, that's fair.
Thank you.
That's real cool. Unexplained. That is so neat. So Furry, this is telling me this goes and represents a strong person, a dedicated person, which you are.
So, Jesus Marley.
Jesus Marley. And Jesus Marley might always be open to other things, but he is strong in his path and his core belief.
I want to see it too.
This
like
one?
up close, yeah.
I didn't even look close, and the first thing I thought was, oh, it looks like a skinny Jason Momoa. That's so cool.
I'll be honest, it's got a little bit more of a Keanu Reeves look to it.
I definitely see the Bob Marley and Jesus.
I do now, yeah, for sure.
That is so cool. That is really neat.
That is a really pretty card. This is a really good deck. I can absolutely see myself using it. More. Thank
Let
you.
me see real quick. Make sure.
Yeah,
This
go
isn't-
check them.
Make sure this isn't the state. Hold on.
All right, Rook's gonna run real quick and take a work call. Just making sure there's nothing bad going on. I'll clean your deck. So, Furry Rage, yeah, hopefully that gives you something there, because that's weird. Dragon Dancer, you're up next. I'm going to give him just a second. I've got to find out where I got this benzoin at. It is freaking amazing. Like, I don't know. It smells like what I think, like, Sumatra and the Middle East would smell like. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous scent. Keanu Reeves is legendary and fucking awesome. I absolutely 1,000,000,000% agree with that. So, for sure. Dude is truly the king of kings. Oh yeah? I'll have to look for it. I literally got the deck out and was getting ready to use it when Rook brought his, and I was like, yeah, we're not going to both use the same one, but this is definitely going to be a staple deck. Unexplained Possibilities. We take it to us. We took it with us for the last week, just kind of carrying it around because we like to do that with decks that we use. And, I don't use a lot of decks. I have a lot, but I generally use 3 or 4. This is going to be one of our use decks, and we're going to take it with us to the, what do you call it? The kava place that we go to, and we do tarot there sometimes for people that just come in and hang out. And yeah, so that's really cool. This is going to be a use deck. It's a great job, like seriously. He really is. I agree. Yep, very much so. I don't think Rook's going to be very long, so I'm going to just give this a little smoke cleanse. Knock off some bad energy. That way we can start as soon as he gets back because, yeah. If anybody wants a water bottle that holds half a gallon and keeps your water cold, Iron Flask has different versions with straws and with non-straws. And I drink 2 of these a day now in place of all the other crap that I've been drinking before. And I think it's $35 on Amazon. They're Iron Flask. So, yeah. Sorry for the pause. We'll give it just another minute. I really, really would love to make my own tarot deck. But I don't have enough faith in my abilities, so I haven't even tried to put anything together. I'd have to collaborate with somebody who knew a little bit more than me, artistic wise, but I think that would be very cool. That would be neat. Yeah. I am going to codify my tarot class. I've taught it in person a few times. It went very well, and we're going to make that into an actual presentation video and micro-learning session and put that out on Witch Skills. Sorry, I've got hiccups now. At some point and see how that goes. Yeah. Yeah, I've thought that too. I've got to kind of get over, I think, myself a little bit first. Because I am definitely my own barrier to that. Like, I need to do it. But yeah, everybody has one, and everyone wants to do one, and my Virgo-ness does not know how it can handle if it doesn't work out perfectly. Sorry, I'm just listening to see if I think it's going to be a longer call or not. Still don't think it's going to be a long conversation. Yeah, I really just want to share more about what we do, and then have other people share more about what they do, and then combine some stuff and make sure people understand that you can learn from other people, but you can change things to work for you, make it like work for you the way you need it to. So, okay, we stalled for a little bit.
Sorry.
Dragon Dancer's up. I cleaned your deck.
Oh, you cleaned it? All right, thank you.
With Hokari frankincense.
Ooh, cool. Dragon, I want to be a dragon dancer. Do you know where that song comes from for me? My little sister used to be in dance, and that was a song they did every year at the recitals. The youngest ones. I want to be a video dancer. Oh, come on. Let's see. Come here, little baby.
Oh, we're still waiting on Rook.
Sorry, my mind isn't right.
I really want to get more into dragon magic and chaos magic. Dragons have been just swirling all over the place. I've read some books and done a couple things. I did that level 1 Reiki for Dragon Reiki, and that was really fun, but I didn't practice it much, so I've kind of forgotten most of it. I need to get my notes back out, because that's the most powerful Reiki I've felt since I've been doing it.
The dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yes, I know we've seen some of those. Those were really pretty. The path working. But I think, honestly, this has probably been the first weekend in almost 2 months that I felt normal during the day.
Today?
Yeah.
This weekend?
And I don't think we have anything planned next week, do we?
Mm-mm.
I think we're having new internet installed because we're switching off of Comcast finally, because I hate Comcast. Are you around next weekend, Joy? Maybe we can hang out.
That would be cool. All right. Oh, what's this?
Just catch up.
This is yours. I'll put it there.
I forgot what it was. 7? Yes, 7 of Cups. Dragon Dancer. The 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups is a really, really cool card about self-reflection and the feeling that you get when you look outside a window as life is happening. Not the sad feeling, though. The one that's like, this is nice. Things are how they're supposed to be. And the 7 can also kind of come up when things are a little bit a little wacky, like they're going kind of wacky, and it's a reminder to say, hey, you've got this, oh my god, this, oh my god, this, oh my god, this, oh my god, this, and it's saying, calm down. Those things are all going to happen and pass. You just allow them to float through the window and decide, oh, I want to go out and do that. It's kind of a reminder to enjoy all the pieces that are going through and going in process and doing what they need to do. But it's not the sad kind. It's not the I wish I could, or I'm inside and they're outside and I can't get there. It's the pause a minute and look at the picture or the window and see what's changing in it, and allow it to kind of move through you or move you towards something that you really want to do, so that you're not doing too many things all at one time. That's really kind of how that goes. Like, that's really the setting of the 7 of Cups is that you can see it in the picture there. She's kind of sitting by the window and resting, but it's a happy card. It's not one of the difficulties. I am afraid of what's happening. Oh, sorry. I saw something running across the street. I think it was an iguana. Big as Finn.
Oh my god. Yeah, they're scary.
But yes, so that's it. Kind of look out and see what's happening and do all the things that this is a very joyful card. It's a very I don't want to say like reminiscent card, because it's not reminiscing, it's not past, it's current. It's just, recognizing and remembering that things are really the way they're supposed to be.
Well, cool. Well, mine is really awesome. Mine's telling you to get up and have some fun. The Explorer this week. So You're going to want to walk through those trees, walk through the forest, look behind the trees, look up in the trees. If there's an open tree trunk, look in it. Go down the rabbit hole and check that stuff out. Be curious and go on a trip. Go explore this week, literally. Like, get out, look around. It'll be fun. It'll be an adventure, which I know that you tend to do that anyway, but it's important to do it this week. Maybe on Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, that would
around the full moon.
God, walking through the woods in a full moon,
Explore
I would die.
under the light of the full moon.
I would die. Understandable. I forgot it was Memorial Day weekend. I'm flying on Memorial Day because I forgot.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Sunday?
Monday.
Oh, Monday.
Yep.
So
I
check it
forgot.
out, Miss Dragon, this week.
Yeah, there's something new about it. Like just with both of those cards, it's kind of talking about this, and I think it's really for you and Furry.
Extra exploring.
You know what I mean? There's something new horizon-y that you haven't quite done yet. That's just really in the right place. That's definitely things are in the right place. There's what y'all did and manifested, by the way, as you know, it was absolutely the most amazing, perfect thing that you guys have elevated so far beyond just the thing.
Well, be safe, Dragon. Maybe go explore the city. I don't know, or go take a gun.
Yeah, please take protection.
But like have fun with it this week.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, paranormal. Are you around,
witches.
my dear? I know you're at work. We just want to make sure that you are available. If not, we can always come back too, but we'll give you a minute. Yeah, Thursday we've got to do something.
Absolutely, we have to. We must. We shall, and we will.
Ooh, I know.
Yes.
We can go to downtown Cava.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get a couple drinks and then go walk around the tracks.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah.
What better place than to be at the crossroads, at a junction in a train depot?
That is so cool.
On a full moon, walking the tracks.
Literally, where so many people's lives intersected.
Mm-hmm.
And, God, that's amazing.
Railroads and crossroads and train tracks are just something to me. Like they...
General reading.
Transport.
All right, Miss Paranormal.
Let's see what we got.
What's going on
for the
you
beautifully amazing P-dubs. Yeah. All right, let's see. What does my paranormal need to know?
They're so pretty.
Get a lot of swords.
Yeah.
Page of swords.
Page of swords, huh? Mine too. I'm gonna say blades. That is so cool.
Maybe? Or would that be a major? Maybe that's a major card. Nope, you're right. I forgot. That's the naming nomenclature. Sorry. Unexplained. I got confusement, but you're right. It is.
All right. All right, Miss Paranormal Witch. So I got Gallant, and I call it Blades. So let me make sure I put the number right. 5. Yes. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What are the 4? What do you call them? The court cards, because the Gallant is one of the court cards.
Okay, there's Patriarch, Matriarch,
Gallant, and there's one other one. So I think that would be the
second one.
So is Gallant the first one?
No.
That's what I was looking at. I want to see
the
one.
Second one.
See, so there's a bunch of Gallants.
I know it when I see it.
Courier,
yeah, is the first.
So
one.
you have the
Courier,
Knight, basically.
Gallant, yeah,
the
Courier,
Knight, okay.
Gallant.
Sorry, I'm just learning.
Matriarch and Patriarch. That's correct. You're right. Knight of Swords. Yep. Said it. Yay. All right, honey. So.
Did you say honey?
Yeah. I'm Paranormal, but she won't be offended. Okay. So this week, I think you're pretty stable now with work and that mundane life. This week, as you go through it, you're advanced in your path. You are going to be there for someone that may be a seeker, that may inquire of you. And this week, they are somebody that's questioning, that's just started out. They might be going through a little bit of a rough time, and it's going to be very important that you are there to help guide them and just support them and answer questions as you feel comfortable this week for that seeker, that new person coming up. This represents somebody that you're going to come across. They're not brand new. They may have done a little bit, but they're going to need that support this week from another magical person.
Yeah, lots of swords, like I said. So I've got a page.
Sword. Blade.
So I've got the Page of Swords for you. And so we are talking things that you need or have knowledge for or seeking knowledge for. And I'm a little bit on the Rook side of this. I think somebody is looking to you to learn something from. This could be a child, it could be a family member that you don't expect, or somebody is pulling and wanting some information from you, and they need to know or learn something from you. I think the page is really representative of that person, of wanting to know more or feel more in your life in the court. And then Rook's gallant is you providing them as the senior person with a little bit of guidance. And so
I really think it could be family.
Could be.
I don't know. I get that pull that it might be somebody in your family.
I don't get a feel either way, but I get a feel like it's kind of shocking. Like you don't know, or this person is not willing to tell you, but they're listening about something. So you might say something that they're interested in maybe, and don't realize that maybe even if they react poorly, that they're really like, I really am glad she said that because I needed to know that, or there's something.
It's going to be somebody you would never expect that would be asking about these kind of things.
Yeah, it's weird.
About a magical path or a crooked path, so.
But I'm definitely getting that somebody needs to pull information from you, or getting information from you. And it's...
It could be a cousin,
necessary.
niece, nephew. It could be somebody, a distant person. It could be somebody close, but it's going to be somebody that you'd be like, wow, really? I never would have thought that.
I mean, I'm not even thinking so much as you might not even notice it. Like you might even know that it's happening, and this person, like you have a phone call with maybe some random family member that you talk to that you haven't talked to in a while, calls you, and it doesn't go well, and you leave that call not being happy, but that person actually did get something out of it and learn something out of it, or starts changing something out of it. The swords always come up for me when there's information exchange, especially when both of them are swords. And when you have both of them in the court, there's people involved that are going to substantiate something. It's going to be something touchable, feelable, and noticeable. So it's very interesting.
They keep coming up. I'm going to have to think on that today. Why are the blades coming up?
Blades could be coming up because everybody right now, and the energy around the world right now, is very mental. Yeah. We are in a mental enlightening cycle, and that's going to keep coming up. And right now, like, as bad as things feel like they're getting, and as bad as they are for a lot of people, the entirety of the whole, I still feel like it's better. It's getting better. It's improving. We are growing. We are learning. I think as a whole species, as a whole universe, we're having some death throes of the old too. But yeah, that's a very weird reading paranormal. I don't know that I really understand all of it, but it definitely feels like
pay attention to interactions this week, because
there's an information. Maybe it's at work.
They may not even come out and ask you, but they're going to be listening. So it may not be a direct question, but
if you do that over the table, they'll fall on the table.
Is that so?
That's so. That is so.
Go ahead. Sorry, that was rude of me. If you replace the incense. Ooh, Time of Swords.
We're in the Time of Swords.
You're welcome, Paranormal.
Yeah.
Are we on Lady Joy?
We are on Lady Joy. I know somehow the way that the keyboard is, I wrote you, Purcell, instead of Joy. But
I know who you were writing.
God, I forgot that it was Memorial Day. You know I'm flying out on Memorial Day.
Tomorrow?
Monday. Memorial Day is a Monday.
Tomorrow week?
A week from tomorrow.
Okay. So Monday week.
Do you not know where the calendar is? I'm flying out both next Mondays.
Well, that
One
sucks.
of them is Memorial Day.
That sucks. That's Miss Joy.
Really?
Let's
Really?
see. What is it?
King of Swords.
Oh, wow.
I'm shuffling, y'all. This has
Okay.
been, I've used this deck more than once, and it's been shuffled.
I'm shuffling too. What does Joy need to pay attention to this week? Okay, King of Swords. That's yours, not mine.
Yeah. To me, I will tell you, the King of Swords almost always comes up when it's teach time. It's putting your knowledge into effect to other people. It is often it's familial teaching, so perhaps it's the next level of teaching of family, of movement in that way, or it could be. I mean, it could be you stuff cups too. But the King of Swords is I have information and I am providing it, and it'll be received, and that is how King of Swords represents to me in almost every read. So, if you haven't done teaching in a while, or you haven't put information out in a while, or done a class, it's time to do one. Like it's really, I know I see it. It's really important to move on that and make that actually happen, because maybe that's something you feel like you've been missing a little bit. I don't know, but classes need to happen. More of your teaching out needs to happen.
Yes, I have pulled the Matriarch of Swords, further enforcing this point for you to
I swear.
to teach, mentor, guide, instruct, demonstrate, be an example for this week. So I don't know how much clearer it can get than that. That's so crazy. Ah, these swords.
You all right?
Right now. Yep, right now I am. Yep.
That's all we can hope for.
It's nuts. Okay.
Yeah, there's
That is
definitely
too effing cool.
definitely some swords.
Too fucking cool. Sorry, but
TFK.
TFK.
It is wild. I don't get the
Like y'all have seen me be shuffling. Like
yeah. Mystic Manny, I'll be honest. I'm just looking at my list here. Did you ask for a read and I missed putting your name on? I need to add you if you want one. Just let me know.
Oh, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely you gotta get the Queen and King. It's a total information back and forth. That's all that is. There's no question.
God, I love this deck.
Seems like it's like there's some formalness in there too. That's just crazy. That's insane.
This is totally different, but the energy and colors of this deck remind me of my favorite deck, the Morgan Greer, but like a totally even more awesome, like because it's different kinds of it suits different kind of themes. And the Morgan Greer is my favorite, but this is right there.
Okay, just for Dante. Got it. Okay, I wanted to make sure I didn't miss that.
Dante, this is so cool.
Clown impersonator, are you still around? Impersonating clowns.
Let's see.
We can read ya. I will give you a minute to pop up, and if we miss you, we'll come back around. Don't worry. I clown impersonator.
I love it. I love that name.
That is neat. If I pull another sword, I'm gonna scream.
That's what I'm saying. If it's something about thought process or intuition, I'm kind of like.
Or the Hierophant. If the Hierophant pops up, we're done. We're just gonna end for the day.
I'm gonna fall out.
All right.
Then we'll all just go and meditate on the swords.
Swords.
Are you serious? Oh my god. Okay, well, what's our lesson in this one? Or for.
All right, clown impersonator. The first card you have is the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is a little bit indicative of some needs, some difficulties. There's no other way to put it. It's a representation of some turmoil in the brain, in the mind. So some thought processes you're not feeling good about something, or something's really bothering you, and the only way to get through it is to stop thinking about it and stop overthinking it, because that's likely what's happening. So I don't know what that actually is in your life, but there is something that you are fully overthinking and pushing it through, when really what it needs is distraction. And so the Five of Swords represents that distraction need, that need to just hop in the boat and row down the river, get a kayak, and go through the mangroves, if you're in Florida, and kind of see what's around, and let your mind wander out of the thing that you're doing, because it's really important to give yourself a break and a relief from whatever's stuck in your head or whatever you're repeatedly perseverating on. So it's likely something small. I mean, this isn't like a major arcana or anything. These are your cards that kind of talk about the days in and days out of life. You're over worried about something or over anxious about something, and you have to distract a minute. And once you do, it'll come back into focus. So I would do a little distraction, a walk. I mean, something simple. It doesn't matter, but there needs to be a distraction off of that for a little while.
And whatever through that is, I drew for you the 9 of Pearls. So this is, whatever this is, it will require you to think with a high level of emotional intelligence and maturity, to be grounded. It's not something that, like you said, maybe it's pushing out unhelpful thoughts. Like if you're having a lot of thoughts, like the swords that Mystic saying, maybe just to push out the ones that are unhelpful and use a high level of emotional intelligence and grounding and thought process with maturity to calmly see through it.
Nice. I love those pearls.
It's almost to me like with the 9, you're thinking on a higher plane, and not something so basic or what is just like right there. You're using maturity, and you're operating or thinking on that higher level emotionally to get through it.
I will point out one thing. What's interesting in the last 6 reads that we've just done, Earth has not shown up at all as a whole. Now, granted, Earth is in all of these other cards too, but that should tell you something. That means the universe is not concerned about earthly things at the moment. We're not concerned about stability overall. Even if the next 5 cards we pull are Earth, still not the balanced out the way. So pay attention to, if you're a reader, to the things that aren't present as well. We've seen a couple of pearls and a little bit of fire. So we're thinking water and air. That's the thing that's happening lately. That's what we're focusing on. Yeah, unfortunately that's common. We all do that a lot. The hardest part is really trying to get yourself out of it, right? Clown impersonator, it's great to know it. You obviously know you're ruminating, right, and spiraling, but how do you find a way to get it out of your brain for a minute? Think about some things. Maybe find some specific music that can get your mind off of things and let those pieces go for a minute. I don't know. But yeah.
And something that I've learned that's helped me in the past month is try to remember that thoughts are not facts. And it's those unhelpful ones that you just gotta push out. The energy that you have from overthinking or perseverating on something, can cause anxiety and stuff. And if it's an unhelpful thought, try to just push it out and just remember those are thoughts, and it's not all reality.
Yep.
But the anxiety that we cause when we do that is our reality, right? We don't want to feel anxious. It's hard to do sometimes,
Yeah. I mean, it is one thing, honestly, a lot of people ruminate, but you definitely are getting some rumination on that one. But the hard part is, what do you do about it? What do you do? I know for me, the only thing I can do is a couple of meditations and practicing mindfulness. And that's kind of an important piece. Yeah.
So good.
Oh yeah. There's so many things are right now. Like even in the stress of it, and that can be stressful too, because what do human beings do when things are doing okay? Wait for the shoe to drop.
Yeah, like there's all you can't just enjoy.
Yeah, it's
just
hard to
be
just
in the
enjoy
moment
it,
and
yeah.
just say, "Hey, this is good."
And that might actually be the message for you, clown impersonator, is try to figure out how to just enjoy the moment for a minute.
That's really hard because we're programmed. We're always thinking about, like, today is Sunday. We're thinking about Monday, and then what about the end of the week, and what happened yesterday or last week? And it's just so hard just to look out and say, "Oh, right now it's kind of an overcast sky. It'd be so cool if it rained, but it's just nice. Everything's still. Those trees. There's no breeze." It's hard to do that.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's the hardest thing to do is that, but part of mindfulness practice, if you have difficulty when you get ruminating and you spin yourself up, and this is for anybody, go on the walk. Start looking at specific things and describing them to yourself as you walk. For somehow, when I do that, it starts putting me into a story mode in my brain, and then I start talking about my story. So, for example, I go outside and I'll look at the palm tree. I do this at work a lot to kind of get myself back into space. And I'd say, okay, the palm tree that I'm looking at right now has a brown stalk. It's ringed. It's got some Mars on it. It's a little different. And then it switches to green. And then look at the texture. Describe the texture, the different colors of yellow and the palm fronds. And then I kind of look out. I was like, oh, and then you see a little bit of the ditch. It's kind of deep, not too deep. And you see some water in there and some movement. You just describing those things as you go brings your mind to the present moment and the features of what's there now. And then I usually can take that breath and say, okay, what journey am I working on right now? This has been something that's been easier and easier to do as I've gotten older. But that's when I'm going to get into like astral travel and talking about that stuff in my brain next. That's how I get into entrancement. Same thing. Start with the mindful presence, get you here, and then the meditation, and the rest can kind of give into that movement. Sorry, I'm going way off there, but.
Well, I think it was needed conversation.
Unexplained.
What? Everybody say love.
Love.
What say ye cards for unexplained regarding love? Am I correct in that? That's the question, the topic, love.
That I believe is the topic.
Love.
Let's see.
Romantic love, self-love, environmental love, love of animal. What do we need to know? Gosh, I love these cards. Ooh, that's so pretty. All right. Mm-hmm. That is Mystic's card. And it is what?
Unexplained possibilities. Your first card is the Moon. The Moon is really kind of an interesting card to come up. Good, in my opinion, for a starting discussion about love. Mm-hmm. The Moon does represent, in many psychological cases, the mother figure or the mother in the Jungian analysis, right? So where's mom at, and what is the representation of mother and the personality of mother? It doesn't necessarily mean like your mom, but it's that representation. It can, in different ways depending on what's going on, but not here. So this is representation of the individual that's in your life or coming into your life that has this motherly effect on you, that has confidence and kind of keeps you calm and keeps things together. The Moon is not a fast-moving card. The Moon cycles for 28 days, which interestingly kind of follows other cycles of biology. So we keep that in mind as it represents usually a feminine energy or a woman that is present, probably already present, and can provide some of those behaviors and not behaviors, those expressions is a better word, of love and care. I don't get a feeling out of just this one card yet that there is a romantic connection that's coming about here. It is more a deepening of some other type of love that is beneficial in a different way. So romantic love, I'm not really getting a push off of a single card. I might pull an extra card here in a minute after Rook talks and do a clarifier.
Yeah, I might need to pull another one too. So sorry.
Yeah.
Ready? I pulled.
You were going to anyway.
The one of, I'm going to call this staves for the word I can't say, WANDS. And this is telling me that this is like literally like a spark. Like there's something there. I don't know if it's about a person or a process or a thing. So I'm going to pull a clarifier too. But whatever it is, it's like it's just barely there. And it's something you may not even noticed. It might have been something that you thought and it just passed right through your mind and you weren't even aware of it.
So you've got major arcana of the moon, which is your water representation, which is the feminine energy. It is the contrasting energy that makes things show. And then you've got this one, which would be basically your ace, right? You're one of fire, basically, right? So this creative initiatory passion that's somewhere in the present. So we're going to pull the clarifiers each because
I'm going to pull a clarifier. That's cool. A pimp cane. Big Daddy Cane.
Really?
What?
Ace of Swords.
Okay.
So
can you even see it? Or should I remove these?
I think you can see it enough, maybe.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Let's see.
The angle is bad. I'm going to have to fix that later, but...
Am I going the wrong way?
No, but you had them fine in the very beginning. Okay, here's the thing. If they stay within the stones, they will be visible. See the stones? It makes a big square. As long as they're within there, they'll be visible. Now I forgot what my card was.
It is
the swords. Ace of Swords. So,
yeah.
So the Ace of Swords.
I like that one.
Yeah, the Ace of Swords also is coming of this initiatory energy. So with aces, not only do they represent the raw energy of the element that it is, it also represents all of the other cards at the same time. So in the journey or the thing that you're looking for, it's not going to be clear. It's not going to be like in your face. It's just this not ominous, this just thing of energy and representation that you're going to have to figure out. So the clarifying piece of the ace is not feeling that you're talking here or feeling any long-term romantic love. Yes, don't step out of the magic stone circle. But this is actually such a balance of cards too that this is kind of like things are the way they are and the way that they need to be, but you're certainly, or I'm certainly not feeling any significant romantic engagement. I'm feeling some very positive feminine energy in your life that's going to be fun and that you're going to enjoy. But that's the extent of it.
And it clarified my question with more questions. So I had the one of canes, and then that's that spark, and then I pulled the courier of blades. So it's a spark. It's something you may not even notice. So you're going to have to give it that thought or nourish that thought of whatever this new passion. I'll say it's passion because I don't get that it's a person either. I get more that it's a passion for something. A new spark of interest. And it's going to require some more thought because it's probably something that you haven't thought about. Or
yeah, as a love reading, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's not There's not a romantic love thing in those cards, but what there is a really good feeling of being loved, or loving something, or someone, or something. That's what I get out of that. That's a good mix, though. It's a really good mix of cards, of elements. Notice what's still missing.
Earth.
Still no earth.
And there's no water.
I know. I feel bad.
There's no water.
Yeah, but we've had water cards in readings. We have not had a single earth card in any of them.
Well, I had one water card, the pearls. Did you have one?
No. You had 2 pearls, didn't you?
Yeah. No, we had 2 water cards.
No earth at all, ever, in any of them today.
No.
That's weird. I've never not had a single element at all. Let's see if anything pops up in Dante's.
That is cool.
Sorry. Yeah, good luck.
Hey, but if you, that's not to say that if you don't entertain and follow this new spark about a passion that you're going to give thought to, that won't draw you to someone.
That's true.
So maybe that's what the message is. Like, you know, maybe through this new thing, this new process, this new little spark.
If you have a kava bar in your area, you should go.
You need to go, absolutely. Just California or wherever.
Now I want to go to ours, even though I didn't want to go out anywhere today.
Do they have kava bars?
Oh,
where are you?
Yes, they do.
Where Melvin is.
Yes, they do.
If you have the opportunity and you haven't been, you got to go check it out. It's non-alcoholic. It's the social, positive energy galore.
Yeah. Get some socials.
Some social. Dante.
All right, Dante.
All right. Last one. Let's see.
Let us see. It's almost 1 o'clock. Good God. Really? And I had to say it. Let's see if Dante gets one. Page of Pentacles.
Don't tempt the universe.
Interestingly, the Page of Pentacles for me is a card that often comes up into wanting to learn something different or read or switch subjects, right? So, our Pentacles, we know it's Earth. It's that winter time. It's the calm time. It's the stop time. You have the only Earth card that's come up in the entire day today. So that is poignant. There is a single subject that needs attention. I don't know what that subject is, Dante, but it needs attention, and it wants your focus on it, even if it's for a short while. Maybe that's like a piece of something inside of what you're doing or teaching or learning. Like, for example, if I just don't know a good example of time that this is going to happen. It's we're teaching science or we're learning science, and this card is saying you need to learn about the differences in atmospheric pressures between two levels of different competing Earths or something like that. Like there's a dial-in of something that needs to happen in this particular card, and I think that's really what I'm getting. I'm guessing you're probably a little tired of doing all that stuff and reading and learning and putting all those things in, but there's a topic somewhere that needs your attention to dive really deep into it, and I think that's really going to go next. Get out of the bunker, possibility, unexplained possibilities. And Bjorn, thank you very much. Much appreciate it. Have a great, wonderful day. Thank you for being in here.
Well, Mr. Dante, I pulled for the second time today for you the 9 of Pearls. So, which is the Page of Pentacles. So, I get a feeling that something's going to come up that you're very passionate or feel strongly about this week. And that's right. You're right. And you're true to your passion and your emotions. Do that. But again, I'll say this is telling me calm. It's like, be passionate, but process it and don't allow high emotions to affect something like a physical situation. It's a very calm and measured thought process about this thing that you're passionate about coming up very soon.
I can see that for sure. And that's a weird thing for me with the having the only Pentacle card of the day and having it be that page that's a pretty clear message. And that maybe pages mean and Pentacles could mean something different to you. Go with that. But hope that gave you some input and some guidance. That was some fun reads today.
That was some fun reads.
Those were.
Love these cards. Thank you to Unexplained for bringing them to life and for sharing them. I will. I think I'm gonna use these for now. I'm just gonna use these.
Yeah.
I really like them. Like I said, it's beaten out my favorite one of all time, which was Morgan Greer. This is like that, but like a 1,000 times more detailed and what's the right word? Detailed and not bright. Can't think of the word. But anyway, it's awesome. Thank you.
Great deck. It really is.
It is.
It's easy to support you, Unexplained Possibilities, not just because of the type of person you are, but you say you were going to do something and you did it. And that alone is amazing. But then to do it and do it well, it's even more amazing.
You said it better than I was thinking. I was going to say, like, not only is he just like a person with awesome energy, but it's like, you know, you manifest stuff, and both times when you've done it, like you've just done it. And I think that's very, very smart. Like, you shouldn't always tell people what you're working on, like, you know, and just like, bam, I have an announcement. Here's the tarot deck. Here's the book. And I think that's really cool.
I agree completely.
So, I'm thankful for these, and I'm going to use them. All right, sir.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. From the north,
Widdershins to the east, undoing the circle that was cast, may it be open but never unbroken. All right.
Oh, this is a fun day. We're going to switch to the favorite part of the Rookster. We're going to have to change coming soon eventually, because eventually they have to come.
Yeah, eventually they all have to come.
I mean, that's just not fair.
I mean, that's not cool if they didn't come.
Just not cool. Like, just forever. Like, that's rough. Stupid. Let me get, we're going to get up our thing here so that we can do this last piece.
Yay!
We do need to update this too soon, so I'll try to work on that. We need to do one. And if anybody ever wondered where I get these backdrops from, I hope you like them. This is a weird angle of a light in a hotel hallway.
Ooh. Maybe Unexplained can do it. Unexplained, can you post the link on where to purchase the Tarot of Neofiction, please? In the comments. I don't have the keyboard right here. I would do it. Are you able to?
And please
post the link where to buy the Tarot of Neofiction.
Yeah, please feel free to share that anywhere in here or in the Adius channel as well. Anywhere is good. We need people to buy it.
Well, thank you all for hanging out with us a little bit on this Sunday. You're freaking awesome. Always enjoy spending time and the two-way conversation in real time in the chat. And please, check out all these awesome creators, witches, and wonderful folks. Paranormal Witch, who's working today on YouTube, and Lady Rose 819 on Instagram. Follow her on Instagram. She puts out amazing blog posts about all things and people and magical things and practices that are just awesome. Unexplained Possibilities on YouTube and Unexplained Possibilities on Instagram. I hope he's posted the link for where to get the Neofiction Tarot, or Tarot of Neofiction, excuse me. It is awesome. Like the imagery in it, you can connect to, I think, everybody differently, and it gets into that subconscious, and just a really nice deck to look at and work with. Ziggy Dreadful on Twitch. If you follow her on Twitch and see her on playing a game, she's very likely to ask you to join in. It's a lot of fun. Adius Date on YouTube and most social media. Who, with this guy to my left, your right, Mystic, do a Friday night podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Apocrypha.
Voices of the Hidden.
Voices of the Hidden. And the ones that are coming soon.
Forever.
Permanently
coming
and
soon.
Dragon Dancer. We need to update this.
Yes.
And we need to share their
we'll get
links
the links
to their stuff. And we are the Two Pondering Pagans on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a great Sunday and great week.
Yes, thank you, and have a wonderful week. We'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.